Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit the sponsor and supporters links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
You're locked in to the hottest station on the planet.
Wading in the water, wading in the water.
Wading in the water, wading in the water, children, wading in the water. God is gonna trouble these waters, wading in the water, wading in the water, children, wading in the water. God is gonna trouble these waters. See that bad.
What's going on, Blazers?
Hey, y'all.
We're here. I'm not going to announce like we normally do. We're not even going to have a normal episode like we normally do. Welcome to Blaze Entertainment. I'm your host, Kwame.
Miss Free.
I hate
I'll
you.
tell you one thing. I am tired.
Man. That word tired can be expressed in so many ways. It has so many meanings right now because we're not just physically tired. We're emotionally tired. We're mentally tired.
I don't even know which way is up or which way is down.
Bitch.
At this moment in time, down is up and up is down.
So
Right is left and left is right.
I have a couple of shout outs.
Okay.
I just want to do one. And that's to the election of Kamala Harris
I know.
and 3 other amazing minorities, women who are in the Senate now. Also, one more thing, marijuana is now legal in the state of California.
Yeah, and I think like 6 or 9 other states. Maybe.
3 other states.
3? Okay.
And it's now medical in 2 other states. I could be wrong. I have
It's
been
legal
really
in Massachusetts. Medically? Or is
I'm
it
going
legal?
to have to look
Okay.
that up. But yeah,
I think it's recreational in Florida, right?
I believe I thought it was passed. It might be recreational in
Whatever,
Florida.
girl.
So, yeah. I don't know where to start.
Well, you know. So.
Oh, before we go,
Okay.
it's currently both recreational and medicinal. It has been entirely legalized in the states of Alaska, California, Colorado, Massachusetts, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. I'm just waiting on New York because right now they've named all the states that I normally go to because I currently live in California. I plan on going back to Seattle to visit. So Washington's been covered. Colorado is a destination of mine.
Colorado's been like.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then Nevada with Las Vegas, like perfect.
I was gonna be
Oregon,
lit in
bitch.
Las Vegas.
West Coast is
Fucked
the best
up.
coast right now. And I'm from the East Coast. I was born and raised in New York. So for me to say that right now, girl.
California love.
Let's talk about some things. First of all, Miss Free, it is a pleasure and honor to do this every week with you.
Oh, thanks.
And
Same.
to be able to have the ability to freely speak on what we want and how we want. And I am proud of where we're going, where we've been, rather, and I'm saying with the show. And I don't like the fact that even the idea of media being filtered or restricted by certain entities, that affects a lot. It's not just news stations. That affects a lot of broadcastings and media outlets, entertainment groups, all these things. And I don't like when people tell me I can't do something that I feel like I have the right to do. I'm not asking to stab bitches, although some people need to, but I'm not asking for that. Okay? I think saying whatever I want to say should be a basic human right. I think loving who I want should be a basic human right.
Mm-hmm.
I think being just black should be a basic human right.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, on Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, I prepared for a very stressful night. When I got home, I immediately medicated with as much marijuana as I possibly could. I then waited a while to see how these elections and the process and election night was going. And after 30 minutes, I proceeded to open a bottle of wine. I am now crossfaded at this point in time because things are slowly, yet quickly, becoming very confusing to me. And so now it is now November 9th.
It's the 10th.
No, I'm saying November 9th.
In your timeline.
In my
okay.
timeline.
Okay.
And it is very late. It is very late in the mornings. And I should be in bed because my black ass has to get up and work the next day. And things are still becoming extremely confusing to me as I continue to watch this screen that is called the television. And I am still confused. I got to a point, that feeling, where I was watching the return of the series of The Walking Dead and that anxiousness of like what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And during the plummeting of a campaign that I thought, and the majority of the world thought also was going to outcome and win, was plummeting. Uh-huh. And that to me was when Abraham died in The Walking Dead. That moment where I was shocked, just like, why? I was like, it's cool, you know, we're done. It's gonna be fine. You know, we still have a bunch of states. And then Glenn died.
Gets hit over the head with the badges like
and
that.
It felt devastating. I felt completely bewildered. I think the last time that I was that high was when marijuana was legalized in Seattle. Like I think that was the highest that I've ever been in my life until 2 days ago. Yeah. And then yesterday morning, when I woke up and pinched myself multiple times to see if I was in reality, and I proceeded to turn back on my phone and seeing that reality set in. Mm-hmm. And that a reality star, a man that has pretty much offended every fiber of my being, of my friends, of family members, of communities that I hold near and dear to my heart, of pretty much 75% of the fucking United States and the world had become the president-elect. And at that point in time, I proceeded to say, no, this is propaganda. This is Republican propaganda. I am delusional. I had too much to smoke last night. Maybe there was something in it. I was seeing shit. Maybe I had shrooms and didn't realize something happened to where I hallucinated. And so I proceeded to go to my trusted sources, unbiased sources, and I saw the breakdown and the demographics. And I saw that 45% to 46% of the U.S. population of eligible voters did not vote.
45%?
45 to 46%. 45 to 46% of eligible United States voters did not vote. Now, I'm not mad at that. I was like, a lot of people just don't vote. This happens every year. I will breathe. It's fine. I voted. I feel like I participated. I'm not going to do any blaming. And then I go online and I look on people's Facebooks and I see people who I thought were friends, who I thought that gave a damn about me as a person, who have been cheerleaders and positive people I thought in my life, voted for somebody who pretty much hates my existence. And I have never side-eyed somebody in my life so hard where I felt that my eyeball was going to fall out of my goddamn skull. And it felt at that moment in time like Negan bashed me upside the fucking head.
When your eyeball was popping up.
I then proceed to go into the shower and wash off these lies that I am seeing, these lies that I am telling myself that no, Kwame, this is reality. This did happen last night. No, I am in denial. This did not happen. And I get out of the bathroom and I proceed to go to work. Mm-hmm. And I proceed to see a notification that there is a message from Senator Clinton. She is about to go live. I watch and I see her concession. And I felt like Negan bashed me upside the head again. And I said, no. This is also propaganda. That is not Hillary Clinton. That is a
body snatcher.
That's a body snatcher. That is one of fucking Trump's drones that have walked over there and told lies to the people. Mm-hmm. And then it hit me again. Negan knocked me out and I was done. The blood was pouring when my president, my black ass president,
did you see his face?
The man who I have respected and made me proud to be black for the past goddamn 8 years, got up on that damn podium.
Did you see his face?
Standing next to one of the coolest white man I've ever seen in my entire life, Joe Biden. And they're both sitting there looking at the cameras, and Obama has been is a pristine president. And I'm going to tell you why, because it takes a great politician to show that damn poker face. Because I know he wanted to be like, y'all motherfuckers fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up.
When he shook Donald Trump's hand, you can see it on his face.
Oh, I haven't even gotten there, girl.
And the stamper like, nigga.
I haven't even gotten there, girl. Girl, when he said what he said, that we're going to make it a successful and peaceful transition of power, I lost it. I got up from my desk, I walked over to the fucking door of my office, and I closed it, and people were asking me what's going on. And I told every single one of their white asses that they need to leave me the fuck alone. I went on Facebook and said, leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I went on Twitter. I blacked out my pictures. I blacked out my fucking cover photos. I want nothing. I was so done. And then a rage evolved inside of my soul, and I was so pissed. I was so pissed because I saw that orange monkey-looking motherfucker just staring at me through this damn computer screen, and I'm looking at every fuck-ass website, and they're saying president, the word president, and that fuck-ass Trump was in the vicinity of each other. Like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I was so mad. And then I thought to myself, it's okay. Go back to your zen. Relax.
Find it, girl. Find it.
Find your peace. Get back. And I started digging up my strength. And I said, Kwame. Kwame said, Kwame, you as a black man, you as a black gay man, have been dealing with this since probably birth.
This is so not funny.
And you know that as a black man, as a black gay man, that sometimes, a lot of the time, you have to deal with the consequences of stupid white ass people. And I said, you know what? That's right. But this is what made a difference for me. Usually, it's Black Lives Matter that tells Becky with the good hair that they're fucking acting stupid. Mm-hmm. It's the Native Americans telling, Rebecca that shit's going wrong. It's always a minority group telling the white people that they are fucking up. Mm-hmm. And when I saw on my Facebook that other white people were saying, damn, we fucked this up. Like, we fucked this up. Like, Becky, what are we doing?
People are like, we. I'm like, girl, who? Not me.
Bitch.
Who's we? You?
Bitch.
Definitely not my black ass.
When I saw those things, I said, you know what? We're going to be all right. We're going to do this.
You know what? My immediate thought was when Trump won, I said, black people have been through some shit. So we going to make it through these next 4 years. I know that damn. I know that much. We are some resilient ass right bitches, now, okay?
I don't think that we even going to have to worry about it. I have hope.
I'm saying black folk in general.
Oh, yes.
Since slavery, let me tell you something. We survived that bullshit,
girl,
4 years.
No. And this is what's fucking funny. And this is why I don't believe that we're going to see a Trump presidency. And I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. Because black people are made for this. You know what I'm saying? We have been trained. It is in our DNA to be resilient. It is in our DNA to hustle like a motherfucker to take care of your fucking family.
Exactly.
It is in our blood. It is in our history. We have learned to take the scraps from collards and make collard goddamn greens. We have learned to make that damn potato salad. We know how to do what the fuck we need to do. We know how to make some good ass macaroni and cheese. We don't need no goddamn turducken. Okay, bitch? We know how to make some fucking food. We know how to take care of our own. We know how to take care of ourselves.
Right.
I have no worries about my black ass. I don't have no worries about your black ass. And I'm not talking about the everyday worries of us getting shot by a police officer, because that's always going to be something that we just have to worry about right now. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the longevity of our culture. Yeah. I'm not worried about black people. No. We got this. Yeah. When I saw that these white people were concerned, that they felt a little bit of their privilege being, we're not going to go through a Trump presidency because they can't handle it. They're not made. They're not made for this. They're not going to be able to handle it. So you know what? They're like, no, not our white asses.
Black people has been dealing with this bullshit for
forever, bitch.
This ain't nothing brand new.
No.
Nothing
Black
that just
people
came up out of the wind.
Latinos, Latinx's. We have been Asians, minorities as a general public. We knew in our own individual ways how to take care of ourselves. Okay? We know in our own individual groups how to take care of ourselves and how to take care of our own. White people don't know how to do that.
Y'all elected him.
Y'all gonna figure it out, though.
God, that was all y'all. Did you see those numbers?
Bitch.
The post-election numbers? Did you see those fucking numbers?
Bitch.
White women and white men put him in office. So I ain't concerned about us minorities.
Girl. And
I didn't do
I
it.
love
When they say we, I'm like, bitch, there ain't no we. It's you, ho.
Who? Bitch, where? Not today. Because yesterday I took I mailed my ballot in 2 weeks ago. I was ahead of the goddamn game, bitch. Okay? I know your ass got off of work and drove your happy ass to a goddamn election booth.
I didn't even go to work. I went straight to the poll in the morning.
Look at you.
I did what I had to do.
Doing the Lord's work. Okay?
Now, let me tell you bitch, what happened to me. So I got home from work because I already started monitoring it when I was at work. I was like, bitch, he's up in Florida. It was like a range of emotions, like from 4 o'clock to 5 until I got off. And I raced home. I was like, bitch, I'm not about to miss this bullshit. Today. Not today. So I raced home. And I watched it. By the time I get home, bitch, half the damn map is already red. I was like, wait a minute, ho.
I wasn't even worried about that.
Wait. I know, but in the hour from me getting off work to getting home, half them bitches was already red. And I was like, Jesus. And I cannot.
Right. And when I saw that, I was like, these are the normal states that go red.
Right. That's what I thought. But I was like, bitch. I was like, okay, it's cool. I was like, come on, Florida. You gonna do the right thing.
Yeah.
I was like, Florida.
We got this.
I see you. We gonna be
good.
And then Florida started slowly stressing me the fuck out. And I was like, Florida.
What the fuck?
Bitch.
What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
What's the problem?
Bitch.
And then,
bitch.
And then they broke it down.
And then Michigan, I was like, ho, the bitch. Fuck? What?
What happened?
And then Pennsylvania, I was like,
where'd this come from?
The fuck, ho? Let me tell you, around 9 o'clock, I went my ass to sleep. I said, I refuse to watch this. And, I said to pray to my mind. I said, Jesus, please, when I wake up, Lord, let it be a miracle. And I see President Clinton. Jesus, please, because I cannot stress myself out like this anymore. My anxiety was so motherfucking high when he hit 209. Bitch, I had to go to sleep. I was like, Kwame, I love you, girl. I got to go to bed. I cannot do this. I turned my phone off. I said, Mom.
I'll see you on the other side, girl.
Mommy, turn the TV off. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to just shut the shit down. Then I went to sleep and I had a nice little pleasant dream that Bernie Sanders was president. And then I woke up at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning and I said, look at your phone, girl. So I turned my phone on. The first thing I see is the sad emoji face. And I was like, bitch, I already know. And I turned my phone right back off. Right back to sleep. And that's when I knew, and I saw it I was like, this is something else. This is really fucking something else. And I sat there because I went through the range of emotions right before I went to bed. I cried before I went to sleep. I had myself a nice cry because at that point, I was at acceptance. It was just trying to pray to Jesus, to the Lord, to somebody up there that this was going to turn around the last minute and it was going to work a miracle. But you know what? It didn't happen like that. So now we're fucked.
You know,
I was so pissed. I was like, I blame every fucking body. I blame all the people who voted third party. I blame the DNC, mostly the DNC. Y'all you played yourself. You played yourself. You played yourself. And I was so mad. I was so mad when I saw the people on Facebook talking about how upset they were that Donald Trump won. Bitch, the fuck? Your ass didn't even fucking vote.
Right.
What are you talking about? You mad? You just could be. You better accept whatever the fuck happens.
You can't talk.
You can't be talk. You can't be angry. You can't be happy. You can't be sad. You can be smooth neutral.
You just be quiet. That's what you can do. Okay, because I don't want to hear it. And I'm not going to be mad if you chose not to vote. That's on you because you have that choice. You have that right to not utilize your right to vote.
But don't be bitching about it later.
And don't try to tell me what to fucking feel and say. Right. Because you feel like I shouldn't have voted in the first goddamn place. No, bitch.
No.
Or you're upset about the outcome because we all were in that bubble of, oh, this Hillary got this. We got this. And yes, her ass did vote or did win by popular vote. She got the majority vote of the nation. Everybody voted more for her than him. Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna name him that. Him. Like the guy off of
the Powerpuff Girls. Yes. Him. Hello, boys and girls. Hello. Girl.
So my God, I have so many feelings. And I know why Donald Trump won. It's clear as fucking day.
Duh.
And
because it's clear as fucking day to us because we've been saying it forever. Well, and I don't say we as a me and you.
Hear me out. So for the past few days, I've been listening to the Young Turks religiously. I was listening to them all day of the election. I listened to them all day after the fucking election. And what they said, and what is very apparent, is the reason why Trump won is because people in general are very upset that money and corporations are in politics. Follow me.
I'm following.
Now, the thing with Trump supporters, and the thing that's been repeated in this country so fucking long, which was an aha moment for me, was that Trump supporters blame what is happening to them, the reason why they're not getting jobs, the reason why the jobs are being, out exported to other countries, the reasons why they can't do X, Y, Z on minorities. Right?
Right.
But the real fucking person that you have a problem with is not minorities, ho. It's not us, ho. It's the man you voted for.
Right, ho.
Do you realize? Like, it was the aha moment. It was like, bitch, do you not realize that we are the 99%, including your white ass, and Trump is the 1%. Trump fooled y'all motherfucking asses clean.
Girl.
Clean. And he did the same. His game plan was the founding fathers' game plan. And that is to divide and conquer. So when the poor whites and the blacks started ganging up, working together, they said, oh no, bitch, we got to separate these black folk from these white folk so that their attention is away from us and on each other. So what they did was, the reason why you don't have any jobs, sweetheart, is because the black folk are, that's free labor. So what they did, white folks got angry about that, Same thing that's happening now. They're blaming Latino people. They're blaming Black people. They're blaming Muslim peoples for the same shit that their own race is fucking doing to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, people want to say it's not a race issue, it's a class issue, which is true.
Yes.
But people fail to realize, in my humble opinion, that race has a whole lot to deal with why it was so easy to do that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And the whole divide and conquer thing between minorities and whites has been going on since the very fucking beginning.
Right.
And that's why Trump won. And I was like, bitch, he got y'all. He got y'all. And it was so easy. It was so fucking easy to scapegoat minorities for him to win. It was so motherfucking easy for him.
Now, I will say this. I agree with you to a point, because I don't think that that's the reason why Trump won. I think that that's the reason why Trump gained popularity.
Yes.
And why his campaign was successful in regards to what his following.
Yeah, and that's the reason why there was such a turnout.
Right.
For Republicans.
Trump. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. And so, but I feel the reason why he won was due to a multitude of things.
Yeah.
What you said, also the lack of turnout, also the DNC deciding that Hillary was a better fit for the situation instead of Bernie. Or literally anyone else. Because
picture this. If Bernie ran against Trump, they both have at the foundation, Trump is a liar. We all know that.
Right.
They both had the same message of get money out of politics. Bernie was obviously the more truthful candidate in that situation. So what would have happened was more people would have voted for Bernie, because not only is he getting the support of progressives, he's getting the support of the Democrats also. That would have put him through the roof. And they predicted that before fucking...
before the primaries.
Before the primaries. Yeah. They already predicted that Trump was going to win the presidency if he was put up against Hillary Clinton. Right. They already predicted that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This was already done.
I feel like if Bernie were to win, he had a very high chance of taking the Republicans that were on his side, on Trump's side, and bringing them over to his side, because they had the same message.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what pisses me off. And that's what I'm saying in terms of the reason why people voted for Trump, and the reason why he won is because he had that message. Whether it's true or not for Trump, you know, personally, because I know he's lying about it, whether it's true or not. That's the reason ultimately why he won. Because had it been both Bernie and Trump, Bernie would have won by a landslide, and we all fucking know that.
Right.
And I think that was the point that the Young Turks were also making, and another aha moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But let's just put that aside, because you know we are at the the final election phase or whatever, and the primaries were over. We had already gotten our nominations. It was Hillary Clinton Senator Hillary Clinton and Mr. Trump. And so we now have these two candidates. And what really boggled my mind is why, because it was a bittersweet situation when it came to Trump winning. And I'm gonna say this why. As a black gay man, I am extremely fearful of what he could possibly do to my rights and what he can do to the rights of my brothers and sisters. And what little freedom we have left. I was already feeling that immediately. That was my first reaction. But at the same time, he had already said it literally a couple of weeks ago. I think it was even a couple of days prior to the elections, where he stated that the Electoral College is a disaster or something like that. I can't quote him off, but he didn't agree. He also said that the Electoral College is like the worst thing ever. And it ironic. Is.
So fucking
it really is.
Irony, right?
Like I feel like Donald Trump was like telling everybody this world is fucked up. I'm an example of why this country is fucked up. I'm the literally
embodiment of fucked upness.
The definition of fuckassery.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is it. This is all the stuff that the Republicans are saying that's wrong with this country, all the stuff that the Democrats are saying was wrong with this country, all the stuff that the liberals are saying was wrong with this country, all the stuff that the independents, every group, every aspect of what's wrong with this country was the embodiment of Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Like he represented fuck ups
mm-hmm.
and fuck asses and just straight up fuck. You know what I'm saying? And he literally was like waving that with a neon sign and said, "I can still win because that's how fucked up this country is."
Mm-hmm.
Watch.
Point proven.
And we got trumped.
Uh-huh.
We got trumped.
I see what you did there.
Like,
girl, I'm so tired.
And because the Democrats were so
up their own asses,
and so I conceited and so cocky
mm-hmm.
and so arrogant about the situation that the Republican Party has taken over full control of all aspects of our government.
Of all three branches.
All three. And I'm just like, what?
That hasn't happened since 1928, ho.
Bitch.
And you know what happened 1928 through 1939? Guess. Guess. The Great Depression.
Oh, it's great. It was a great
The
depression.
great one.
Huge.
Not even a recession, ho. It was a depression.
You know what they're going to call this depression? Huge depression.
Huge. It was huge.
It was huge.
Oh, my God.
Bitch. I can't.
I said, listen. And then when I was listening to the Young Turks, because I was on it, girl, they mentioned in 2 years, 2018, there's a chance to vote for, I'm not sure if it was the Senate or Congress or something like that, but there's going to be in 2 years to vote again. Mm-hmm. And I said, y'all niggas need to be on your J-O-B and get that back, bitch. Yes. So it's at least off-put. That's not all Republican, huh?
Right.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Dumb.
And I'm truly fearful for this country. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen.
And white people online, their white ass tears and they crying and they're upset. And I'm looking at you like, look at you, sitting there like a bitch, just upset.
I was upset.
And you know what's fucked up? This is what pisses me off about. And this is what I don't get. We have been saying that there's racism, that there's homophobia, that there's xenophobia, that there's bigotry, that there's misogyny, that it keeps happening to these minorities and to women and all this stuff. And we're saying it. We're like, look, bitches, it's happening. Oh, it's fine. They should just be listening to police officers. Oh, it's fine. If women can't handle the job force or they can't handle sexual harassment, then they just can't handle working. You know, oh, it's fine. It was just rape. She wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's fine. She's black. She doesn't need to have it. She's going to be like that. And it's just constant bullshit. And it's just like, we've been saying it forever. And now that these groups of people, these bigots, these homophobes, these misogynistic, egotistical, gross-ass bastards and fuck-asses, they think that, oh, Donald Trump's going to be my president. I can say what the fuck I want to say. I don't have Obama's covering me anymore. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, and I can say all this stuff to these goddamn niggers, and I can say all this stuff to these goddamn women. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do
because my president is just like me.
Exactly, I got full.
Unbeknownst to you, that he's sure the fuck not.
Stand there, and then now a lot of them are sitting there. It's like the ones that were like, "Oh, you're Trump will never be president. You're worrying too much. You're just being fanatical. Like it's just too much." Look at you, sitting there like a dumbass bitch. Just sitting there looking stupid.
Now look
you
at you.
dummy.
Now look at you.
You dummy. You're sitting there looking stupid, and now you're like, oh my God, what is this world coming to? Oh my God, I just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You're dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And now some of these bitches asking me, oh, we need to give Donald Trump a chance.
A chance to do what, ho? We're not going to give him no chance. We're not going to give him no space to breathe.
Right, hold up. And then they're talking about, oh, he hasn't even been president yet. How do you know?
I'm already plotting on getting his ass impeached.
Bitch.
I don't know.
Bitch.
We getting the squad together,
girl.
the impeachment squad. We gonna set him up. We gonna set his ass up.
We don't need to set him up. He gonna set himself up, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, the homeboy got a fucking case next week, bitch. Like, he has a court case. At the end of this month, he has a court case. At the end of this year, he has another court case next year. He has cases. He got cases. Motherfucker, like he is running around here like a motherfucker that owes child support. Like, he got bills, bitch. Mm-hmm. And then I just don't get what I don't get. And what really frustrates me is that when you have these people out here who are policing your Facebook and who are being Twitter fingers and say, it's one thing, because we've been dealing with the same old bullshit like, oh, you're a nigger, or shut up, fag, or shut you better stay in the kitchen, woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, those type of things. Like, we've been dealing with that for decades. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing new.
Nope.
But when you have motherfuckers that are going to tell me, you don't need to be freaking out like this, nothing's going to happen. You are the same bitch that said Donald Trump will never be in a fucking office.
Right?
You can't sit here and tell me, I can't trust your goddamn opinion.
Nothing's gonna happen, guys. It's not good.
Everything's fine, guys. We're cool. Everything's fine.
And that's your privilege to say that,
right?
Because obviously, whatever the fuck's gonna happen is not gonna affect you anyway,
right? And you were privileged enough to sit there and tell me that Donald Trump will not be the president elect. Mm-hmm. Just saying it just makes me
yeah.
Like
I was my anxiety was through the fucking roof.
Girl, when you are the same people that said that Donald Trump will never win the presidency, and now you're the same one being privileged enough to sit there looking like a dumb ass bitch. Because we told your asses for decades what the fuck was going on in this goddamn ass country, and you saw all that goddamn red, and now you're gonna understand why. And even when you were looking in the blue states, you saw the red in the blue states, bitch. Like, you went down and you saw shit broken down, like by county. I know what counties my black ass is not gonna be up in here in fucking California. Don't fuck with me. I see you, bitches. I'm side-eyed at all you bitches, okay? I see you, upstate California. Your bitch asses. But it's not the point, because we still got blue. It's all good. But I'm not going to say anything about that. We're going to move on from that. But the bottom line is that you sat there and you expected us to just be all cool with the situation and everything is going to be okay and don't worry about it and sit down and whatever and blah, blah, and calm down. And now you're sitting here and telling me, expecting me to trust your opinion like you know what the fuck you're talking about when you clearly were wrong in the first goddamn place. You were the same people that were sitting there telling me, oh, don't worry about it, Trump will never be president. And now you're telling me, oh, don't worry about it, he's not going to take away your rights. No, bitch, I'm not waiting for you to fuck up again, bitch.
You know what another thing that pissed me off is that people were like, I'm going to probably get a lot of flack for this, but anyway, I'm going to say it. People were like, well, I'm just going to vote third party because, Hillary's gonna F up the country. I don't know what she's gonna do, or I don't even know what Trump is gonna do when he gets. So I'm just gonna vote third party. And now y'all fuck stressed out because Donald Trump is president. So you thought you was gonna vote third party, and Hillary was still gonna become president. That's what you thought. And let me say
something. And let me say something about that, because I personally, if I felt that Jill Stein or any other third party, member was going to win, I absolutely would have casted my vote directly for that person.
Right, I would have too. But
But
the chances of that happening this motherfucking election were slim to the motherfucker. And that's going to take forever to happen for a third party to get that hype. And I pray to God, maybe it'll be different in 2020. Who the fuck knows? But this motherfucking election, to me, that was a waste of fucking time.
But you know what?
To me, personally, that's my opinion, y'all.
This is America.
If you voted third party, at least you voted. You're not one of them stupid people who didn't vote.
Well, I'm not even going to say that either because, like I said, you are entitled to exercise or not exercise said right, but don't complain to me about it. Right. Now, with the third party voters, they're entitled to complain because at least they voted. They can say whatever they want to say.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Like, I mean, you can say, I'm not trying to police you and what you need to say. I'm just saying, like, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion about the situation. But I also feel like this is one of the reasons why minorities have issues and minority groups have issues, progressive liberals, Democrats, why we have these issues. When all that shit was going down between the candidates before the primaries, the candidates for the Republicans, they banded together. And that's another reason why Donald Trump won. Is because the Republicans were unified. And you can't say that they weren't. They may have had their inner issues or whatever. And but at the end of the goddamn day, them white hoes stuck with each other, bitch. Clearly. Yeah. You're sorry. And you can't tell me that it didn't happen because I'm looking at the goddamn paper, or the goddamn colors that you guys put on there.
Right.
I see you, bitch. I see Dumbfuckistan in between the goddamn United States. Right. We got the West Coast. We got New York. We got, what was the other state? Was it Maine? I don't think it was Maine.
Vermont.
And then
Rhode Island.
And then the rest of it was Dumbfuckistan. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that everybody's entitled to their opinion about who they should choose as president or whatever. Right. That's fine. But don't sit here and try to tell me that I cannot be upset about somebody that I know does not deserve the presidency. Doesn't. And I can tell you why this person doesn't deserve the presidency. Is because we already went through an election where, and which is why Bush got
Bush
second
and Al
term.
Gore.
Right.
When they did that.
Al Gore got the majority vote. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm going to say this.
I remember that.
And I might get a little flack for this too. And I don't give a fuck. Okay. But I'm going to tell you right now. I volunteered for the Army during Bush's administration. So, and I'm not saying that he was good or a good president. I did not like that administration whatsoever. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I'd rather have motherfucking Bush than motherfucking Trump.
Well, that's what I say.
Because at least I know the devil that's coming. I know how to prep for his bitch ass. I don't know what's going on with Trump. One day he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna, everything's huge, everything's great. We got ideas, lots of ideas. I can't tell you how great these ideas are. There's so many, the best ideas ever. So many ideas." So many. Best. I can't even tell you the best ideas. But I can't tell you.
Oh my God, we gotta listen to that shit for 4
years. It's frustrating because even when Bush won the second term, yes, there was protests on war. There was protests on, there's always going to be protests. There was a
shoe thrown or two, But that was a great moment. In
you
United
did
States
not
history.
have a situation where a president that is newly elected like this, to my knowledge, and I could be very, very wrong, but I've been looking, been researching, and I have not seen a massive amount of rebellion and massive amount of discord to this level in terms of protests for a president-elect. Because when Bush won, I was just like, this motherfucker. God damn it.
I remember it was fuck. I remember it was kind of this. I didn't know what the fuck was happening, but I knew it just wasn't a good thing. I just knew it wasn't a good thing, and I knew at that age. I don't even know how old I was. I knew that Al Gore won the popular vote. Right. I knew he was the most. I was like, so why isn't he president right now? Right. I don't understand. Right. You know?
And that to me was just like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna have to deal with this. We're gonna deal with another 4 years of this dumb motherfucker, but let's get it out the way so that way he can never run again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just deal with it.
Shut this for.
I refuse to call him my president because even when Bush was black. Even when Bush ran, he was still my president. I didn't like him, but he was still my president. I had to deal with his fuck ass. I had to serve in the military that he was the commander-in-chief in. That was I volunteered for that. But this bitch, nope. Never. I rebuke him.
Oh, another thing that made me really upset was for all the people who said, well, you know, Bernie's not going to have, even if Bernie were to win, he wasn't going to get any of his plans passed. That may well be true.
I'm sorry.
But that might have been motherfucking true. Might have been motherfucking true. But guess what? All the plans Trump is about to try to get passed. You know, that I'm more scared of the plans Trump is going to get passed more than the plans Bernie might not have gotten passed. You know what I'm saying?
And here's my thing.
And that just pissed me off. Y'all hoes need to get it together. That was some fucked up logic.
Yeah. I'm not going to, I don't want to cry over spilled milk because like, at this point in time, I don't want to talk about, because it literally makes me enraged and it makes me want to go out there and smack every white person I can.
No, but I'm saying just that rhetoric of like, he's not going to get anything passed. But
that's the thing is that like we went through it with the primaries. I'm just like Bernie Sanders is not even in the option right now. Unfortunately,
he should have been the one. Bernie.
He should have been the one. And I know he's looking back with his glasses, going like, "Y'all bitches."
I bet he said, "But then that stupid me, he was sipping his tea." But that's none of my.
It's none of my business, bitch. Y'all didn't want to make it my business, so now y'all got to deal with the constant fucking questions. Okay, girl. But my issue with the situation is now I honestly like I've been looking at like today and like his meeting because I was like, my president is going to be meeting with this fuck ass.
Did you see his face though?
I'm gonna get to that. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that. And that's the thing. Like I looked at it and I looked at like, you know, and even yesterday when he was like, I plan on, you know, going to meet with Mr. Trump or President-elect Trump, you know, oh God, this makes me so nauseous. I'm gonna meet with him tomorrow and we're gonna talk, we're gonna do some things and try to work out this thing to make it successful because we want him to be successful so we can have America be successful. America's not successful. I don't want to hear about it. But that's beside the point. I'm gonna get to that point later. When he said that, I was like, this about be a bitch. And I was like, maybe this is Obama's plan to get him in there and he just accidentally falls down and says, and snaps his fat neck. So I was like, okay, I got you, Obama. I got you. I see you.
I had a vision in my head that when Obama met Trump today, that they went behind the scenes and Obama was like, listen, bitch. Okay. I'm going to say this once. And then they came out smiling like, shaking hands, you know? That's what I imagined how that scenario went down.
He was like, look, bitch, this is what's going to go down. You ain't going to touch no LGBTQs. You ain't going to touch my blacks. You better not touch my blacks. And if you going to tell these motherfucking hicks out there to calm the fuck down. Okay? And if you say one goddamn word, you spread your little Twitter fingers and you dare say anything about my wife, I'ma come for you. I'ma rip your throat out and feed it to your fucking mouth. Okay?
And one more last thing. I'ma do everything in my motherfucking power to secure what the fuck I've done. Okay. So that when your bitch ass gets in this motherfucking office, you can't do shit for 4 years.
And that's what's gonna be, bitch. Say something.
And then they walked out and they shook hands and took the little pictures. Hey, yeah, you know.
They had a wonderful conversation with
we talked about a lot of things.
Great things. And you know what? That would have been gangster of him, but I don't think that happened because I think.
Don't tell me it didn't happen. It happened in my motherfucking head. So and when Michelle Obama met Melania Trump, Michelle was like, "Bitch, I seen you caught my speech hoe, and you thought your ass was motherfucking slick." And they exited out and they shook hands and took the picture.
She was like, "Bitch, who was the leak, bitch? Who was the leak? Hey, don't think I don't know who the leak is because I already found them months ago, ho. Okay, do you see them? Do you see the leak?" Exactly.
I'm gonna say this once, ho.
Bitch. And you
copy any of my motherfucking speeches again,
bitch. I'm coming for you.
That's how I imagine how the whole thing went down.
Girl.
I hope it went down like that. And it also probably went in a more polite way. That polite, I'm going to curse your ass out in a polite, professional way. It probably went down like that.
He probably was like, "Look, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. If you get in my goddamn way, I'm going to eliminate you. You will be vanquished." Like, very simple. But no, like, the bottom line of the situation is, like, I after seeing the videos today of like, Trump meeting, President Obama, and him meeting Paul Ryan, or excuse me, President or Trump meeting Paul Ryan, whatever. I felt like I don't think Trump really understood the level and magnitude.
Paul Ryan doesn't fucking like him.
He don't like.
And Paul Ryan is Speaker of the motherfucking House.
First of all, Paul Ryan can kick rocks because he is a flip-flopping, flippity, flackety, fluckety fuck. I can't deal with him because all this whole time was like, "Oh, Trump is horrible, blah blah." And now he's like, Trump is doing a great thing, Yeah, because your ass is scared now because he can get rich your ass, right?
No,
he can't, bitch.
Trump can't do nothing.
He was scared though. He was scared for a second.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Bitch. Anyway,
Paul Ryan is Trump better get on Paul Ryan's good side if Trump's won the last in this motherfucking office.
Girl.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. But like the bottom line is that I felt like I don't think he understands or didn't understand the magnitude of what this entails because he was sitting there like when President Obama was talking, he was like, "Oh well, fuck, what the fuck? This is really happening."
I think a lot of people underestimated it. Like even Republicans underestimated this whole fucking situation, which is the tragic part about it all. Tragic. I just know me and mine is gonna be okay. So.
And I love it how people are saying, "Oh, we need to, start uniting," and blah. I'm not uniting shit, bitch. You want to unite now when we've been saying shit for the last fucking however many goddamn years about what the fuck's going on with our people, and now all of a sudden you want to fucking you got a taste of your privilege being touched and fucked with, and now you want to say something. No ho, no ho. You unite your goddamn self, bitch.
Right. What's wrong with your ass?
And then it's not even that because I don't have a problem with joining the force of just what is about to become a huge, in my opinion, a huge revolution because I do believe that this is not going to last. I am hopeful that this is not going to last longer than what we think it's going to last. But that's just my projection. Because I've never seen protests like this nationally in almost every goddamn major city. We had New York, we had Los Angeles, Baltimore happened today. What do you call it? Seattle. It's like Chicago. Like, bitch, niggas are pissed.
Austin, Texas too. I was like,
oh, I didn't even know that.
I think Austin too, girl.
Well,
and
Texas, bitch.
That's the reddest of the red.
That's the beehive right there. They're like, "No, bitch. No, bitch." Like, not today.
Students getting up and walking out of class like, "Fuck."
Yes.
We're not doing this today.
Because and that gave me a little bit of hope because I'm like,
it gave me hope too.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, even the students are seeing this. This is our future. This is like, no, they understand what the fuck's going on. We're not dealing with it now. I'm like, yes, bitch, yes. You get out there, you throw your books.
Another thing that gave me hope was the 18 to 25-year-olds, what that map will look like. That's my generation, and I can tell you this, bitch. I don't care what you do right now. In 4 years, Trump is going to be out of here. It's our generation that eventually is going to have the United States caught up with the rest of the goddamn world. Eventually, ho. You know, like, even if I got to be in my 60s, bitch, I will make it my personal goddamn business to get this country in the right motherfucking place.
Girl.
Where we should have been.
And then there was the Oregon, or there's a residents in Oregon that put out a petition to have Oregon, California, and Washington, its surrounding states, join in on a petition to separate themselves or secede from the United States, meaning that it would be its own country.
That's cool with me.
I'm like, what, bitch? Like, they're like, we don't want to be a part of Dumbfuckistan.
Yeah, right.
Like, we're not.
You know, if hopefully New York, you can kind of separate on that side.
Right. you can travel. You gotta hop on a plane. We'll give you direct access. But yeah, like, we'll build a tunnel right underneath it all.
Britain did that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see those stupid ass memes where they were like, oh, Britain just set herself on fire. And then America was like, let me see that match.
Shit. You know, and we laugh. And you know, I have to at this point, because I'm just like, this is some bullshit. Like,
right.
this is so stupid. It's so dumb. And I just like, and
the whole thing is fucked.
For those who claimed that they cared about me, who claimed that they cared about, you know, people who said that they were friends or had some type of emotion toward, you know, of care towards me, and you voted for Donald Trump. Yeah, I see you.
Delete and block, ho.
Girl, delete and block, and don't talk to me. Like, don't claim to, because you cannot be that hypocritical.
Right.
You can't say that you care about me as a person and you know, you care about my well-being when you're voting for somebody who's trying to take away my well-being and my livelihood and my rights. Kick rocks.
Fuck you.
Kick rocks.
I hope you get fucked with something hard and sandpapery.
I hope you just leave me the fuck alone. Like, I don't even give a fuck what happens to you.
Block, girl. Bye. I saw somebody on my page was like, is that discrimination? And then another bitch was like, no, bitch, white people can't be discriminated against. But isn't that racist? I said, bitch, ain't nobody got time for this shit. Delete and block. I was like, I'm not even in this motherfucking conversation,
right.
But bitch,
I already
you going off my fucking page.
Right. I see you
already. I don't
have
time for this.
No. And I'm not gonna. And you know what? I'm not, unless. And I had a somebody who just doesn't, who's trying to become more aware, and I feel like the best way to do that is to read, but like at the same time, like I understand that, you know, I'm not going to shun somebody asking questions on why you feel this way, and you know, this is you know, whatever, you know, this is what I believe, but I want to know why you feel this way, and in the effort to gain more understanding and enlightenment, so I don't shun that, but I have a serious problem with people who are going to sit there and just be stupid. Like, just like, don't sit there and tell me that you want equality for everybody, that you want all these things or whatever, but you're not really seeing what's going on with your candidate. You're not really understanding that this man is a fucking Hitler 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't give a fuck about me, so therefore, since you don't give a fuck about me, I don't want to deal with you. You don't need to be in my life. And I have no problem. And I'm not going to waste my time talking to you anymore about it, because I've been talking about it. I've been posting links to Black Lives Matter posts. I've been posting links about relevant things that you could have taken the time to actually read, instead of being biased and saying, you know what, I just am too privileged to see that. And that's fine. You can be privileged to see it, but you are not going to be privileged enough like that to be in my life.
Right.
And that's just the black ass truth.
Amen.
Okay, and and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize, because I'm going to tell you one thing. It's like when people walk up to a door and they're like, hey, what's going on with us? No, bitch, I'm going to close that door right on close and lock it and not even talk to you about it. I'm just going to look at you like, really, bitch? Bye.
Good night.
Because I don't have time to deal with you anymore.
I have zero tolerance.
And I'm not going
Zero.
to zero.
I see the slightest hint of some bullfuck shittery.
Yes.
I'm going to delete and block you.
Bye.
I don't care.
And
I don't have time for this. It's zero.
And you can have your opinion.
Right.
You can have your opinion. I'm not telling you cannot have your opinion.
Your opinion just won't be on my page.
It won't be, and I don't have to look at it.
Yep.
And I don't have to deal with it.
Nope.
And I don't have to engage you in your opinion. And you best not say anything on my page. Because I don't care what you say on your page, because I can just unfriend or delete and block or not just deal with you ever. Like, that's just the thing. But you're not going to sit there and say anything on my goddamn page, because I deal with that on Twitter all the time. I don't want to deal with that. If I send out a hashtag never Trump or a hashtag not my president, there's always going to be a bitch, and I'm just going to block, delete, block, go. I don't have time. I don't have the energy. And I'm going to do the same to people who I've known probably for years who are going to have that type of mentality. I just don't have the time. Sorry, not sorry. There are family members that I know of that are of my friends and family of my friends who are dealing with stuff like that. That's sad.
Yeah. That's
sad. You're claiming to be family to them. You're claiming to love them and care about them, but you're going to vote for somebody or vote for an agenda, okay, to eliminate their livelihood. No, thank you. Goodbye. I see you. No, thank you.
Well, guys.
Yep.
Make sure that you take care of your mental health, girl. And I think this is extremely critical within the next 4 years.
You keep saying 4 years. I hope it's a lot sooner than that.
I hope so too, girl. But in the case it's not, take care of yourself, take care of your peoples, and keep the fight on. Okay? We gonna be out here, bitch. We not gonna give you space to breathe, ho. We gonna be down your motherfucking neck, breathing,
watching every move.
Something.
You thought that people were critical of President Obama?
Oh,
bitch!
It's gonna be on and crack-a-lackin'.
There's going to be bitches on the gates with binoculars, looking at your orange monkey ass and making sure that your monkey ass don't do anything and fuck shit up. We are gonna be watching. And then just to add insult into injury, because a lot of these media outlets are saying we have to make sure that the succession of power is transferred in a successful and peaceful way.
No, I don't. I can disrupt the fuck out of that.
Hold on. We can definitely, we have to make sure it's peaceful. We have to make sure that we are giving this person a chance, because we don't know how he's going to be. Now, mind you, there's something that I heard in the GOP primaries where Ted Cruz had said something that I was actually like, bitch. And he said to Donald Trump that nobody's great. Nobody knows how they're going to be, because this is a job interview. We're presenting our resume to you guys, and we're telling you that we could possibly be good, and it's up to the people to vote us in. It's up to our individual parties to vote us in to see if we're deserving of that. Okay? And I thought about that, and I was like, you know what? That's actually correct. Because you can't sit there and that whole process, the whole process of the primaries and these political campaigns and for the presidential race is for them to present their qualifications, their plans, what they think they can do as a president, and to show themselves how they can conduct themselves as a president. And you're telling me that overnight, that because he won, quote unquote, this election, even though Senator Clinton got the majority vote and the popular vote, you're telling me that he's going to change overnight, we have to give him a chance? He's been saying all this shit from jump. And he still hasn't apologized for it. He still hasn't said anything to redeem. And everybody and his party keeps throwing it back onto us, keeps throwing it back onto blacks, keeps throwing it back onto to everybody else. And Hillary Clinton and President Obama saying, well, you need to get your people under control. You need to tell them that they need to be. No, your president needs to tell us that we need to be peaceful. Your president needs to tell the people to unify, because that's what a fucking president does.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go on Twitter and fucking bash the media a day after everything's going, talking about everything's unfair. Oh, everything's unfair. It's hugely unfair. It's unfair how the media is just dealing with everything. It's just unfair. No, you are the president-elect. You handle the shit that is supposed to be handled in a presidential way, and you don't act like a little bitch on Twitter. Okay, that's for celebrities. You're not a celebrity anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You are the president. You're supposed to be the president of the United States. And that right there should have told everybody in their goddamn mind, and he did it today.
Mm-hmm.
After all these people saying, well, we have to give him a chance. Bitch. It's on his fuck-ass Twitter. Okay,
Yeah.
He's verified. Okay, it's all over media. You're a bitch.
All right, guys.
I'm done.
I'm tired.
Good luck,
I got nothing to
host.
say. We gonna make it.
I hope he does too. We'll see.
Bye.
Peace out.